Scallops are a type of seafood with high economic value, belonging to the bivalve mollusk family, living mainly in cold and deep seas. With a round shape, hard and rough outer shell, they are famous for their soft, sweet, and nutritious meat inside. Scallops often live in the North Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, especially in cold waters such as Japan, the United States, Canada, and Russia. Scallops can be harvested naturally or grown in marine farms. In cuisine, scallops are popular not only because of their delicious taste but also because they are a rich source of protein. Rich in vitamin B12, omega-3, and essential minerals such as zinc and copper, scallops are often processed into many delicate dishes such as grilled, steamed, or made into sushi. Scallop fishing is a complex process that requires technique and care to protect the marine environment as well as ensure the quality of scallops after harvest. There are two common methods for harvesting scallops. Dredging. This is the most traditional and common method. Fishermen use a special type of trawl that is attached to a boat. Then the net is dragged across the seabed to harvest the scallops. The trawl has a sturdy metal frame and a mesh bag to hold the scallops as they are pulled through the mud and sand. However, this method can be harmful to the seabed environment if not managed properly. Diving. This method requires a professional diver to go deep into the seabed to harvest the scallops by hand. Diving for scallops is less harmful to the environment, as the diver can select mature scallops and does not damage the seabed. However, this method requires more effort and time. Both methods require meticulousness and experience from the fishermen to ensure that the scallops are harvested at their freshest state. Once caught, scallops are typically cleaned and packaged on board to maintain their highest quality before being processed. Dredging, also known as scallop harvesting, is a common technique in the large-scale scallop fishing industry. It uses a device called a dredge, which is specially designed to harvest scallops from the seabed. It is an efficient way to harvest large quantities of scallops, but it also poses many environmental challenges and requires strict management to maintain sustainability. Dredging is attached to a fishing vessel and lowered to the seabed. Where scallops live mainly on sand and mud, the device usually has a sturdy metal frame with horizontal bars at the front, which, dredging, the scallops from the mud on the seabed into a mesh bag at the back. As the vessel moves, the dredge is pulled across the seabed, collecting the scallops along with other materials such as sand, mud, and small rocks. The time and speed of the trawl must be carefully adjusted to avoid damaging or breaking the scallop shells. Once the trawl is pulled onto the vessel, the scallops are sorted and preliminarily cleaned. Scallops that meet size and quality standards are retained, while unwanted marine life or excess material is removed and returned to the sea. The harvested scallops are further cleaned and stored in the ship's cold storage to ensure freshness until the vessel returns to port. In some cases, the scallop meat is shucked on board to save time and effort when returning to the processing plant. Although the trawl is an effective method, it also has a significant impact on the marine environment, especially the bottom layer, where many marine ecosystems reside. Continuous trawling can disturb or destroy the seabed ecosystem, affecting other living organisms. To mitigate this impact, many countries such as Japan, the United States, and Canada have enacted strict regulations on the time, location, and volume of scallop used to ensure the sustainability of scallop resources. Fishermen are often required to comply with regulations on the minimum size of scallops allowed to be harvested and fishing areas to protect juvenile scallop populations and help maintain marine ecosystems. Raking hundreds of tons of scallops at a time is a process that requires the coordination of large fishing vessels and modern technology to achieve high efficiency. In scallop-rich waters such as Japan, Russia, and the North Atlantic, industrial fishing vessels are often equipped with giant trawl systems, allowing hundreds of tons of scallops to be harvested in a single trip. Scallop raking process of hundreds of tons. Large fishing vessels. Industrial-scale scallop fishing vessels are often very large in size, designed to operate continuously at sea for days or even weeks. These vessels are not only equipped with powerful raking systems, but also have large storage compartments to store hundreds of tons of scallops after each raking trip. The trawl nets are specially designed to be large, durable, and capable of operating in deep-sea conditions. As the ship moves, the trawl nets are lowered to the seabed and stretched over a large area, often several square kilometers. This method allows hundreds of tons of scallops to be collected in a short period of time. Depending on the density of scallops in the area, during a fishing trip, ships can rake scallops continuously, collecting huge quantities in a few hours. Large ships often have automatic systems for sorting, pre-cleaning, and storing scallops in cold storage immediately after harvest. This process ensures that the scallops stay fresh until they are transported back to shore. After harvesting hundreds of tons of scallops, ships will use cold storage or modern freezing equipment to preserve the seafood at low temperatures. Keeping the scallops fresh throughout the journey. When the ships arrive at port, large quantities of scallops are transported directly to processing plants for further processing, sorting, and packaging. Not only does the raking of hundreds of tons of scallops at a time bring great economic benefits, it also poses many challenges in terms of conservation and sustainability. Large-scale seabed raking can cause serious damage to the seabed ecosystem, where many species live. Therefore, governments and international organizations have adopted strict control measures, limiting the number of times and locations of fishing, as well as implementing fishing seasons to protect the environment and maintain scallop resources. In addition, addition, large-scale fishing also faces challenges related to ensuring product quality, preserving goods on board, and effectively handling them after landing. Thanks to the development of modern fishing and processing technology, high-capacity scallop trawlers have been able to meet these requirements, helping to maintain a sustainable and growing industry. After the scallops are harvested from the sea and stored on board, the process of bringing them to the processing plant is an important step to ensure the quality and economic value of the product. Here are the main steps in this process. When the scallop fishing boat returns to port, the scallops have been carefully stored in cold storage or containers on board to maintain their freshness. Once at port, the scallops will be transferred from the ship to the port using transport equipment such as conveyor belts, cranes or large containers. Depending on the size and capacity of the ship, tens or even hundreds of tons of scallops can be transported per trip. When the scallops arrive at the processing plant, they will be immediately sorted. The staff and machines in the plant will check the size, quality and freshness of the scallops. Unqualified scallops, too small, damaged shells or poor quality, will be discarded. In some cases, scallops can be sorted automatically by modern machines using image recognition technology. After sorting, the scallops will be cleaned by washing them through a water spray system or water tank to remove impurities such as sand. Mud and shell fragments. Next, workers or shelling machines will separate the scallop meat from the shell. Shelling requires skill to maintain the shape and quality of the scallop meat, as this is the most valuable part of the scallop. After shelling, the scallop meat will be processed according to different market requirements. Processing plants can choose the following methods. Fresh packaging. Fresh scallops will be packed directly into vacuum packaging or storage boxes. Then stored at cold temperatures to maintain freshness. Freezing. Scallops can be quickly frozen using modern freezing equipment to preserve their flavor and nutritional quality. They will then be packaged and stored in cold storage. Further processing. Some scallop products can be further processed, such as steaming, grilling or pre-processing into ready-to-eat products. The factory can process according to the requirements of customers or export markets. After completing the processing, the scallops will be packaged in different specifications, from small bags for individual consumers to large boxes for restaurants and export markets. The products will be fully labeled, including information about origin, expiry date, and quality standards. The scallop containers are then stored in warehouses or shipped to domestic and foreign markets. During the entire process from when the scallops arrive at the port until they are packaged, the processing factory must comply with strict quality control procedures. This ensures that the scallops meet international food safety and hygiene standards, as well as the taste and quality requirements of consumers. Every step is closely monitored, from the hygiene of the production facility to cold storage and packaging, to maintain the safety and quality of the final product. Thanks to the strict processing process, scallops from the seas of Japan and other countries can reach consumers with freshness. High nutrition, and great economic value. Once the scallops are fully processed and packaged, they are prepared for export or distribution to the domestic market. Large processing plants often have contracts with food distribution systems, supermarkets, restaurants or international partners. For frozen or pre-processed scallops, they will be packaged in specialized boxes and transported by refrigerated containers for export to major markets such as the US, Europe, or Asian countries. These containers will ensure that the appropriate cold temperature is maintained throughout the transportation process, protecting the quality of the product until it reaches the end consumer. Scallops can also be distributed directly domestically, through supermarket chains, restaurants or seafood retailers. For fresh or processed scallops, they will be transported in trucks with refrigerated systems to ensure freshness during transportation. The scallop processing industry, especially for large processing plants in Japan and other countries. Compliance with international food safety standards is a must to meet the strict requirements of the global market. These standards include HACCP, hazard analysis and critical control points. This is a system of hazard analysis and critical control points, which helps ensure that scallop products are not contaminated with bacteria or harmful agents during processing. These control points will be strictly monitored to ensure hygiene and safety. The processing plant must achieve ISO certifications for quality and environmental management, such as ISO 9001 and ISO 14001. This ensures that the plant not only produces high-quality products but also complies with environmental protection requirements during the production process. FDA, Food and Drug Administration, and export market standards. For scallops exported to the US, Europe, or other countries, the product must comply with the regulations of regulatory agencies such as the FDA, USA, or EFSA, European Food Safety Authority. This includes testing for chemicals, preservatives, and safe packaging processes. The scallop fishing and processing industry is increasingly focused on sustainability, not only to protect seafood resources but also to protect the marine environment. Scallop conservation measures and fishing regulations aim to maintain ecological balance, minimizing impacts on seabed ecosystems. Many countries regulate seasonal scallop fishing to avoid overfishing and allow scallop populations time to reproduce and grow naturally. Regulations on minimum size of scallops that can be harvested and production limits help maintain the stability of the resource. This means that only scallops that are large enough and meet the standards are allowed to be harvested. Using new technology in the fishing and processing process, such as equipment that minimizes the impact on the seabed environment, advanced preservation systems and renewable energy in the factory, contributes to environmental protection and sustainable development. By combining traditional fishing techniques with modern technology, the scallop processing industry not only meets global consumer demand but also contributes to the conservation of natural resources and sustainable development. Processing plants in Japan and many other countries have become important links in the scallop supply chain, bringing this product to the international market with high quality, ensuring safety and environmental sustainability. In recent years, technology and automation have played an important role in improving the efficiency and quality of scallop processing. Modern processing plants in Japan and around the world are applying many advanced technological solutions to optimize the production process and minimize manual labor. Here are some of the main technologies used in scallop processing. Automatic equipment to sort scallops by size and quality has helped save time and increase accuracy. This machine uses sensors and image recognition technology to remove small or substandard scallops, ensuring the highest quality final product. In addition, automatic shelling machines have also helped speed up the processing process, replacing human labor and reducing the rate of damage. Individual quick freezing (IQF) technology. This is a quick freezing technology that helps preserve the flavor, structure and nutritional value of scallops after being shucked. The scallops will be frozen immediately after shucked and cleaned, avoiding the growth of bacteria and ensuring freshness for a long time. IQF technology is especially important for export products, helping scallops maintain their quality when transported over long distances. To ensure that scallops stay fresh for as long as possible, many factories use vacuum packaging technology. This method removes air during the packaging process, thereby slowing down the oxidation process and keeping the scallops from spoiling. Vacuum packaging also makes it easier to transport and preserve the product. Scallops from Japan are popular in many major markets around the world thanks to their high quality and internationally standardized processing. Here are some of the main consumer markets. Domestic. Scallops are one of the most popular seafoods, appearing in many traditional dishes such as sushi, sashimi, and nabe, hot pot. Japanese consumers place great importance on the quality of fresh seafood. So scallop products are processed and preserved according to strict procedures to maintain their freshness. The United States is one of the world's largest scallop importers. Japanese scallops, especially frozen and processed scallops, are widely consumed in high-end restaurants, hotels, and supermarket chains, American consumers appreciate the sweet, tender flavor of Japanese scallops, and they are one of the most popular seafood in American seafood dishes. Countries such as France, Spain, and Italy are important destinations for Japanese scallops. Europe has a diverse cuisine with rich seafood dishes, and scallops are considered a high-class ingredient in dishes from Asia to Europe. Japan's strict food safety standards help scallops meet the strict requirements of the European market. In addition to Japan, Asian countries such as China, Korea, and Taiwan also consume large quantities of scallops. The demand for premium seafood in these countries is growing, and Japanese scallops, with their reputation for quality and modern processing, are considered a top choice. The scallop processing industry continues to grow strongly thanks to the increasing demand for consumption worldwide. The combination of tradition and modern technology has helped to increase the value of the product, bringing great economic benefits to countries with rich seafood resources. In the future, biotechnology can contribute to improving scallop farming processes and increasing fishing productivity. Research and development of scallop varieties that are more resistant to harsh marine environments will help increase production without harming the environment. The scallop industry is also moving towards using environmentally friendly technologies and minimizing the impact of seabed mining. Controlled fishing methods, combined with sustainable farming, will help maintain scallop resources for future generations. With the rapid development of processing and preservation technology, scallop producers can access many new markets around the world. At the same time, the demand for high-end scallops in developing countries also opens up many opportunities for businesses in the industry. The scallop processing industry has undergone decades of development and constant innovation. Combination of traditional techniques, modern technology and environmental protection awareness has helped this industry become one of the important economic sectors of many coastal countries, especially Japan. In the future, with technological improvements and market expansion, scallops will continue to be a popular high-end seafood product worldwide.